Nikki was here a few months ago to clear her name in the death of her father, Andre. And she proved to her aunt and cousin that she was completely innocent. But that didn't change their opinion of her husband, Lance. You see, Lance couldn't be here last time, but according to Nikki's family, that only made him look more suspicious. So today, Nikki is here with her husband, Lance, to end the rumors regarding her father's death once and for all. Take a look.
Last time I was here, I spoke to Steve about what happened to my father on the 4th of July and my husband, Lance. That was one of the hardest things I ever had to talk about, I ever had to experience. So I went outside, and my father was laying on the ground, and he wasn't moving. And I saw Lance. He was standing there with his hands on his head, looking like, oh my God, like, and I was like, you stupid bitch, like, I didn't want to hear that my father was dead at that time. I was able to talk to my Aunt Christine and my cousin Polly. I never knew until that very moment just how much they thought that I would do that to my father. I couldn't believe it until the day that I was actually standing on the stage with them saying those things to me, and that hurt me so bad.
And you said, Daddy, no, Daddy, go ahead on, go ahead on. And you pushed him down, his head hit the curb. That's how he got his head busted from the back. And then Lance came around her and hit him in the head with the brass knuckles. That's how his head got split open and he breathed on the brain.
My family was not there. So the weapons that they were saying was involved in this, that he had brass knuckles and I hit him with bats and we was kicking him and all that stuff. They even placed me there at the scene of, you know, what happened at the time, the physical part of it, and I was not even there.
You married him. You married him.
Use your
How
ring.
you gonna marry
So that
him?
mean I ain't mad.
You turn around
So
and
that
marry
mean
the
I
same
ain't-
man
I
that
gotta
got your
show
father?
you how mad I am.
Who gonna marry the same man that hurt his father? A damn fool.
But at the end of the day, I was able to clear my name. Now it's more important to me that my husband is here, and I'm just ready to prove to them that this was an accident.
Nikki, you came here and took a lie detector test. And we asked you, did you plan with Lance to kill your father? You answered no. On July 4th, 2018, did you witness your father pulling a knife on Lance? You answered no. On July 4th, 2018, did you participate in the actual assault on your father? You answered no. On July 4th, 2018, did you witness Lance punch your father? You answered no. The results came back the same to each question, and they came back that Nikki told the truth.
When Steve read my results, I was so relieved. I was relieved because I'm thinking, you know, I know things are not going to get back to the way they were, but I was expecting us to kind of get, you know, back a little bit back better, you know what I'm saying? But it just seemed like, you know, we're back in the same predicament. My husband Lance was not here last time because he had to work. Unfortunately, he was unable to take off of work. Right now, we're here again to prove that my husband did not mean to murder my father. And this man is sincerely sorry for what happened. And I'm praying that this will open everybody's eyes and let them know this was an accident, a very unfortunate accident. When they get the results, I just want my family to come together. There's no doubt in my mind, I know my husband is on the path.
It's a sad story because here, what started out as a family barbecue ended up in a tragedy. And it's like your wife said, no matter what these results come back, the family's never going to be the same again.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and that's a shame. Tell me about your relationship with your wife's father.
Me and Pops, we always been cool. He's from Jersey, I'm from Jersey, you know, and like he used to tell me all the time, you remind me so much of myself, you know, and I respect that man. I love that man. And I would never do anything to hurt that man or anybody. I'm not that type of guy, Steve.
So, tell me about the 4th of July, where everything went down.
On the 4th of July, we had friends and family over, and we had a cookout, you know, and after I got through cooking all the food and everything, I was in the kitchen. Words were said between me and my wife. It was nothing major, because neither one of us remember what we said to each other.
And was there some drinking involved?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was alcohol involved, you know, throughout the whole night. And Pops came into the kitchen, you know, and he came up into my face and everything, all rampant and raging and all that stuff. And I was like, Pops, go ahead, go ahead. So I tried to avoid the situation, trying to get into an argument with him, but he continued on. So.
Was this unusual?
Yes, it was, because, man, I've never really got into any confrontation like this ever before.
Right.
You know? So I tried to avoid the situation. So what I did was I was walking towards my dining area, and, you know, he kept on continuing. So I got mad, and I pushed my table. They say I flipped the table. And I walked out of my back door to avoid any confrontation. As I walked out of the back door, I walked around my apartment complex. When I got to the front end of my apartment complex, Steve, Pops came running out of the house. He went into his pocket, he flipped out a blade at me, and he swung the blade at me. I dodged the blade, I swung, I hit him one time, Steve. One time, that was it.
With your fist?
With my fist.
Because, you know, the family says you had brass knuckles.
I don't own any brass knuckles. That's some old 80s bull crap, Steve.
How do you feel that, you know, not that you were wrong, I mean, because if somebody's coming after me with a knife, I'm going to hit him too. But he's dead now.
Yeah, exactly,
So
Steve.
what was your feeling?
Steve, I didn't sleep for 2 days. I didn't go straight home after I left the precinct. I went to my mother's.
You didn't attend the funeral?
No, I didn't.
And which was probably
the right
common sense.
Yes, yes.
Because at this point, tempers are really flared. They think, though, then after, because not long after this incident happened, you and your wife got married very quickly, right?
Right.
And they're saying, well, you got married quickly because then she wouldn't have to testify.
The thing about that, we already had a date set for our marriage. I went to her father, asked him for her. Right. Okay. I did it the old-fashioned way.
I just want to say thank you for coming out and, you know, taking the time off to, you know, get the results and stuff to this and get everything out in the open so that we can move on with our family and get closure and stuff like that.
Yes.
You know,
first of all, I want to tell you, you know I love Dad. I love Pops. You know, I love you and the kids. And this is something that I had to do. You know, I felt in my heart that I really had to do this, regardless of what. You know, all I want is closure for your family and my family.
So you came here today and we asked you, that day, did Andre pull a knife on you? You answered yes. Did you use any type of weapon to strike Andre that day? You answered no. Did you plan to kill Andre? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and they came back that Lance told the truth.
I love you. I love you too. You look so pretty.
Lance is the truth.
Yeah. And again, I believed you because I think if there was anything more to the story of him, brass knuckles and all that, you certainly, I don't think, would have ran out the door to marry this man.
And I certainly wouldn't even talk to him, wouldn't have had no kind of communication with him.
I hope after today, everybody can come back closer together. We continue on doing the things with your side of the family, my side of the family. We all get together.
The twins
and
have a
become
birthday
as one.
coming up. I would love for my little cousins. They're the same age. They miss them so much. I would love to invite them to.
Give it some time,
I
and
sure
hopefully
will.
it'll get that way.
I just pray that they
Good luck
do.
to you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
I appreciate you, brother.